This stretch routine is intended to be a follow-along routine, ideal for pregnant women who are feeling just a little bit tight. So we'll cover full body. Hopefully it won't take too long and you'll feel really good after. So we're going to start seated. You can either sit yourself on a pillow for comfort, you can sit on a stability ball, on a bench, whatever. And we're going to start with the neck here. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit up nice and tall, relaxed, and then you're just going to let your ear drop to one side. Just like this, keeping your shoulder down away from your ear. We're going to take 3 big breaths here. So big inhale, fill with air, and then exhale. Good, 2 more. Inhale, and exhale. Last one here, you can feel the pull coming from kind of like the back of your jaw all the way down through your neck, and exhale. Then you're going to trace your chin around your chest to the other side, nice and slow till you get all the way around. Then I want you to come back to center before we're dropping our ear to the other shoulder, just like this. Going for the same thing on this side, so you're feeling a nice long pull from the back of your jaw down to your collarbone area. 3 big inhales. Hopefully you took one at this point. Big inhale. And exhale. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping that shoulder away from your chin. Big inhale. And exhale. We're going to roll it back to the other side just like we did, so chin to chest and smooth roll back to center, and then drop that ear to your shoulder. We're going to repeat this one more time for 3 breaths on each side. Big inhale, expand, exhale, squeeze that air out, melt yourself down, but stay tall. 2 more. Big inhale, and exhale. One more time, big inhale, and exhale. We're going to roll that chin down, chin to chest, to the other side, and then we're going to come back to center before dropping the ear to the shoulder here, and shoulders staying down, both sides. Big inhale. And exhale, let it all out. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one here, big inhale. Go all the way up. Exhale. Good, back to center. We're going to move right on down to our shoulders. So you're going to take one arm, you're going to cross it across your chest. It doesn't have to be straight. I prefer it a little bit bent myself. We're going to take the other arm kind of in that elbow nook and just kind of hug your arm to yourself here. And we should be feeling it in the upper back into the shoulder. We're going to repeat this for 4 breaths on both sides. Big inhale. And exhale. Again, try to keep in mind this is your shoulder and upper back. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. And on your inhale, you should feel a nice deep stretch. And exhale. One more big inhale on this side. And exhale. Okay, same thing on the other side. Go ahead and uncross. Roll through your shoulders a few times, nice and smooth, and then cross your arm right in that elbow nook, and we begin the breathing. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale, and what I feel is a nice like rounding kind of stretch in my upper back all the way to my shoulder, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. If my count is right, we have one more big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Our next stretch is going to be in a tall kneeling position. So I recommend you get a folded towel or a blanket or something that's a little bit more comfortable on your knees. I'm going to show you this one from the side view so you can see how stacked I am for this one. So we're going knees on the pillow, up nice and tall. You want to feel your glutes squeeze through a little bit, and then you're opening with the nice thumbs up to the side, pulling your chest up toward the sky. Let your chin tuck to your chest here. We're going to hold this for 5 big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. If you're feeling off balance or this is a little bit challenging, feel free to come up a little bit taller, but do try to keep your hips squeezed through. So big inhale, number 2. And exhale. And you'll see my thumbs actually rotated back a little bit here. Big inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale, last one. And exhale, feel those palms reaching away from your body. Beautiful. While we're here, we're going to cross into a pigeon pose. So you're going to cross one leg in front of you, just like this. And you're going to walk your knee back as comfortably as you can. And we're just going to hold this for about 10 big breaths. I won't count them all with you. We'll just give you a little bit of time. Begin with your first big inhale. All the way in. And exhale. Keep it going. Here, you don't want to feel like your butt is tucked under. You want to let your pelvis release back so you have a little bit of an arch in your back. You should be feeling this in your glute of your down leg. So for me, that's my left leg right now. You can let it roll a little bit to the side, whatever feels comfortable. Feel free to make this your own. Some people can get their shin totally perpendicular to their body. I'm not one of those people. This is where it feels like a good stretch and comfortable for me, so I'm going to hold it right here. We'll hold for about another 30 seconds on this side. Hopefully you can melt a little bit deeper, push those hips down a little bit more, pull that belly up, chest up. Give it a nice kind of hinge feel with this one. Let's go another 2 breaths. Big, big inhale. And exhale, melt into the floor. Big, big inhale, last one. And exhale. Beautiful. We're going to switch to the other side. Bring your knee forward here. And get yourself into a pigeon on the other side. So again, that leg doesn't have to be perpendicular, but we do want to see a little bit of an arch in the back there, if possible. I'm just going to adjust to get a little more comfortable. There we go, and we'll begin. Big inhale. All the way in. Feel those lungs expand. Feel a nice stretch in your glute. Exhale, let yourself melt down. Again, feel free to make this your own if you want to, shimmy a little bit side to side. Feel out different stretches in your glutes here, different angles of the stretch, I should say. Big deep breath. On the exhale, you want to kind of feel your core squeezing ever so tightly and getting all that air out. Completely empty as best you can for that next big, big inhale. We're going to hold this for about 2 more breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. A little bit taller if you need to. However, you need to position yourself to make this one comfortable. Our target is this back glute here, that hip. Last big breath with this one. Big, big inhale all the way in. And exhale, melt. Good. We're going to go to another hip one. This one targeting more the front of the hip and a little bit through your abdomen. So we'll actually bring that towel or pillow or blanket, whatever it is, back under your back knee. And then you're going to step forward with your front leg, just like this. So we're in a 90-90 position. Show you from the side. So we have your hip locked through here. Knee is stacked above ankle. Hips are right above the knee on this side. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck that tail underneath so you feel a little bit of a stretch in your hip flexor. And then you don't necessarily have to reach up. You want to be careful about how much you're stretching this area. But if you feel comfortable, give it a little reach up. Don't overdo it. But more importantly, we're going to twist our shoulders a little bit to the side. Just a little bit. Again, you don't want to overdo this one. You don't want to feel too much pulling diagonal through your core, but a little bit is okay. And you should feel it a little bit deeper in that hip flexor, groin, inner thigh region. So we're just a slight little twist. We're going to hold this for 5 big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Keep going. I'm feeling a lot of quad on this side as well because I'm pushing into my foot to stabilize my body as well as locking through my hip. So I'm very active in this quad muscle, but it feels like a very active stretch. 2 more breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale. Back to a twist. Nice and tall. Big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Just switch to the other side. So same thing here. We're going to bring this knee directly over your ankle. Hips directly over your back knee. We're going to tuck your tail under a little bit for that stretch in your front of your hip flexor. You can reach up if you choose to. It's not necessary to get a good stretch. And we want to play it a little bit cautious with stretching too long in the belly. We're going to take those shoulders and we're just going to twist them over the knee. And we want to make sure hips are staying facing forward. Shoulders can be facing a little bit more this way. So you want a nice dissociation there. Big inhale, 5 breaths on this side, just like the other side. Big inhale. And exhale. Another big inhale. And exhale. As best you can, try to fill those ribs, try to expand into the space you have. Big inhale. Exhale, it almost feels like you're lifting up a little bit from your pelvis. Big inhale. Exhale, last big breath here. Big inhale, feel that bit of rise from straight from your knee all the way up through your core a little bit. Slight little twist and exhale. Beautiful. This next one we're going to do, you can keep your towel underneath you, or a pillow, whatever, for your knees. I'm using this because I don't have a stability ball, but you're welcome to use a stability ball. You're welcome to use a couch, a chair, whatever you need. You're going to place your hands on the surface. Then you're going to back yourself up. Knees are going to stay a little bit closer together on this one. They don't have to be locked tight, but fairly close. Then you're just going to let your chest drop toward the floor, and you want to feel your muscles surrounding your rib cage and that whole general region kind of rise up. So I'm going to back up a little bit. It's a little longer than I thought. Okay, so from right here, and just letting yourself melt down toward the floor. can lead with the crown of your head toward the floor so your chin tucks to your chest. I'm going to take about a minute here, however many breaths you get in there. I'd say at least probably 5-6 breaths. Nice and big, slow inhale. Feel everything rise. And then exhale, melt down. Keep it going with the breathing. I'm feeling a lot of pull along the lateral line of my body here, all the way from my low back through my elbows, especially in that shoulder blade region, in between the shoulder blade and shoulder. Big inhale and exhale. Maybe stretching my armpit. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. And melt. Bend your back your knees up a little bit more to allow for more belly as well, just whatever works and feels good for you. One more breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. So we're going to come out of it. The last move in this sequence, we're going to come a little bit closer to the surface. And then instead of being fully extended out in front with our arms, I'm going to have you cross your arms just like this on top of the surface. Same distance away, well not same distance away, but same, length in torso here. So you cross your arms, you can rest your head on your arms, but don't need the pillow this time. And knees are coming a little bit wider, just like this. You want enough space for your belly, your feet can kind of come together, whatever feels comfortable, and you should feel a little bit of an inner thigh stretch here. So it should just feel like everything's kind of open. Your shoulders, your hips, just letting your belly kind of melt down. You don't want to feel rounded in the shoulders. You don't want to feel like, camelback with this one. Just nice and relaxed. Let your pelvic floor relax. We're going to spend about a minute here. Breathing at your own pace, letting yourself melt in toward the floor. Get comfortable, feel free to readjust. Take a couple more breaths. We're almost there. You can even come to where you're sitting on your feet if that's more comfortable for you. The point is we want to relax down, kind of release our back a little bit. Pelvic floor is so used to having so much tension right now that it's nice to kind of let it go just a little bit here. Melt. One more big breath. And that's the end of the sequence.